So today we're going to start our practice standing. And we're going to stand towards the wide edge of your mat. So if you need to change your device to accommodate that, instead of standing at the front of the mat, we're going to just take it wide. Right, okay. Block at one end, chair at one end, maybe ideally chair at both ends. I'll be using my couch on the opposite end. Good. So standing in the middle of your mat, bringing your feet hip distance apart, looking down at your foundation, looking down at your feet. Lift up all 10 toes, spread them wide, and settle them down one at a time. Bring your hands to prayer. Soften the shoulders, maybe a slight tuck of the chin as you bow your head. And we'll just feel into the foundation first by subtle rock from the balls of the feet to the heels. Shifting the weight forward and back, but in subtle movement here. Shifting the weight from the blade edge of the foot to the inner arch, side by side, front to back, ball of the feet to the heels, side to side. So again, just taking notice of your body today. As you feel into your foundation, take that body scan from the feet through the legs, the hips, ribs, shoulders to the crown of the head, and take in a nice full deep breath as you settle your weight evenly between both feet. Full breath here. And exhale, dropping the hands down beside you, palms facing forward. We're going to just move through a couple quarter sun salutations here, honoring the back of the heart and the front of the heart. The back of the heart for our shadow space, which tomorrow is new moon. So inhale, reaching the arms high overhead, find the prayer above you. So extend through the arms, the soft tissue under the arms, down the side ribs to the hips. Drop the prayer behind the back as you lift the elbows high. Offer the prayer back up as you extend. Drop the prayer to the heart. Find an intention for your day. And then release the hands back to Tadasana. Twice more. Open the arms out, reach them up. As you find the prayer, extend the prayer up. Drop the prayer behind you, touch the back of the shoulders. Inhale as you extend. Exhale, return to that intention as the prayer comes to the heart. Exhale, hands to Tadasana. Twice more on your own, each movement with full breath, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and releasing. Last one. Into Tadasana, palms shining forward. Inhale, reach the arms up, keep them up. Interlace the hands, send the palms up towards the ceiling. Again, that same extension. See if you can move those arms back over the shoulders, maybe by the biceps. Again, that's a goal. It doesn't have to happen first thing in the morning. Reach the palms towards the ceiling and take a lateral side bend over to the right. So reaching those palms off on a diagonal, just begin to notice the length in the left side body. And then inhale, we'll bring it right back up, press up, and exhale, take it over to the left. Again, elbows back, the chest rotates open, breathe into the right ribs here. Exhale slow. And then inhale right back up. We'll take it a little bit deeper. Take it over to the right. Release the clasp. Tap the elbows. Let the head nestle right inside that box. And then drop the elbows. Use the weight of the elbows here to deepen the stretch all the way through the left side body. And inhale, takes it back to center. Release those arms up. Interlace, takes it the opposite way. Again, find that stretch, that edge there. And then the other forearm on top as you reach for the elbows. Let the elbows deepen this as you tuck the head back and open the chest. And notice the right side body here. Big breath in and out. Inhale, come back to center, reach, reach, reach. And let the arms float down beside you, behind you to the sacrum. Interlace or hold on to opposite wrist. Send that down and away from you so that you begin to open up through the chest and the shoulders here. Good. So let the head drop back a little bit, open through the throat, open through the chest. Continue to press the arms away from the body. Take a gentle bend into the knees. So upper body's going to stay up as we begin to sit down, belly coming to the thighs. Then begin to let the crown of the head fall forward as you straighten through the legs. The arms lift up behind you towards the ceiling. The arms float maybe overhead. Drop the head down. Feel some length. Release the neck. Maybe circle the neck. And then let the head and the neck, again, just dangle. Reach those fingers, fist, whatever you're using here to the ceiling. One more stretch here through the front of the chest and the front of the shoulder tips. And then release all the breath. Release, let the arms come down. Head dangles, arm dangles. Maybe a sway or two in the hips. Planting the hands in the mat right underneath your shoulders. Heel toe your feet out. A little bit more than hip distance. The toes are going to be in as you come into this wide angled V pose. Release the crown of the head down to the mat. So the arms can be bent at 90 degrees, maybe thinking bringing your forearms closer to the mat as the head drops. Using that full deep breath. Press into your palms, come to that half lift position, like if we were in a standing forward fold. We take a half lift, we draw the shoulder blades together on the back, we draw the belly in, and then we let the breath go as we take a deeper fold. Coming back up onto the palms, walk those palms forward as you keep the hips back in line with the knees. Keep walking those fingertips forward. Let the head just rest between the biceps here. Draw the belly in as you come into this heart melting pose. Hips stay back, but it's like somebody's reaching gently for your fingers to draw you forward. Sink the chest, open up the soft tissue under the arms. Let the head go and take in a full breath. So here, really finding some length in the upper body, but you might begin to feel some length in the back of the legs. As you take your next breath, lift the heels as you come up onto the balls of the feet. See how high you can come up. And then gently lower the heels back down to the mat. Stretch out through your fingers. Again, big breath in. Come up high on the balls of the feet. Then lower the heels. Lower the chest. Last time, high on the balls of the feet here. And drop. And then walking the hands back towards your body as they're underneath the shoulders, flip them around so the fingers point back. A little bit of a nice stretch into that inner wrist, so enjoy that. And then take the fingers on a walk behind you, crown of the head dropping down as those fingers continue to crawl behind you. And take a breath and settle here. One more inhale. And then walk those hands back, flip them back around underneath the shoulders. Good. Plant the left hand right underneath your face, flare those fingers, press into the palm. Right hand's going to extend out to the side. Right hand's going to reach towards the ceiling like we can stack through our shoulders. Good. Finding a little twist here, maybe roll through the wrist one way and the other. Keep twisting, flare the fingers and make a fist. Movement, blood flow, circulation into the hands. Roll the wrist in the opposite direction. And then just like the thread, the needle here, we're going to take that right arm back down to the side, underneath the left arm as the right hand extends over to the outer calf or maybe the ankle. Hold on there for some leverage and a twist here as you lift the left arm up to the ceiling. So left arm goes up, right hand leveraging on that left shin. Draw your chest down towards that thigh as you roll through the wrist here. So a couple 3-for-1s in this. You can feel the back leg, the twist, open up the fingers, make a fist. We have to get creative when we only have 20 minutes and we want to get all the body parts in. Take one more rotation. Lift that arm up, find that twist, bring that chest closer. And then slowly draw the left hand down across the body. See if it can latch onto the right leg in any place. So you're crisscrossed at the elbows. Let the chin rest on that bicep here. Let the head go. And then release both hands down to the mat. Take a gentle bend into your knees. Bring your hands to your hip crease, straight spine, draws yourself up. Take a moment, lift those shoulders up to the ears, squeeze the shoulder blades down your back. Take that left foot to the top of the mat, just pivot it around. Make sure that block is right outside the little pinky toe. I have mine on the highest level. Begin to bend into that left knee, finding our warrior two legs. So we're going to bring some buoyancy in here, just coaxing the opening of the pelvis, the inner thigh, the external hips. And then when you feel comfortable enough to pause, send the hips down, knee floats over the toe. Again, hip points face the long edge of the mat, as do your shoulders. Take those arms out, warrior two arms. Take your gaze over the middle finger of the left hand. Sink down and soften your shoulders. Taking a nice full breath. Warrior two. Allow the back hand to come down and rest on the outer thigh as the front arm reaches towards the ceiling. Reverse your warrior. Arm comes overhead, bicep by the ear. Right arm slides down the outside of the leg. Deep breath here. Open up that rib cage. Full breath. Returning through your warrior two, finding side angle. So forearm, rest lightly on the thigh. Opening up again the chest to the side. So from here, see how it feels. Explore putting your hand, taking it off of the thigh and just placing it on top of the block. Again, keep a bend into the knee. Gaze down at the toes, the heel, the knee, the toes, nice one line. Lift the back arm up and take an extended side angle. Take in a breath. Take those shoulders back. Keep the front body facing the side of the long edge of the mat. Good. Draw that top arm back to the ceiling. Take a bind here. Bring it behind you. Use the back of the hand against the body to just assist in rotating open a little bit more. Take a breath. And then begin to straighten into the left leg. So finding your triangle pose here. Again, see if you can keep the chest open. I'm getting a calf cramp. Good. Chest open. Now moving into half moon from here. Come back to stretch into that front knee. Take your block off until the far corner, maybe even off that corner. As you step the back foot in, place your weight on the block in the front leg. Lift the back leg up, flexing through the heel, opening through the hips. Steady your breath, steady your movements. Bending into the back leg, keeping your balance, maybe reaching for the pant leg, maybe reaching for the heel or the ankle, or maybe just bending that knee. And then very slowly replanting that back foot parallel to the back of your mat. Straighten through that front leg. Bring the arms up and over. Peaceful warrior, straight leg. Reaching back. And then draw the hands to the waist. We'll pivot and we'll take it other side. Okay, I didn't use the chair that time. I probably could have. I will this time just to show you. Actually, I'll use my couch for my front and I'll move my chair just to show you the version of resting your foot there. All right, so the right foot's pivoted to the top of the mat. Bend into the knees. Again, find that buoyancy here on this side, just shifting the weight, feeling into the pelvis, the hips, and even that knee. Making sure the block is on the outside of the foot. And when you're ready, bending into that right knee, opening again, the hip points and the chest to the long edge of the mat. Find your warrior two arms. Let yourself sink down. Gaze over the middle finger. Take a breath, soften the shoulders, soften the face. Deep breath in. Let the left hand fall to the outer left thigh. And as that left hand slides down, flip the front palm, keep the bend in the knee, take the arm up towards the ceiling first. Find some extension. Then take it deeper, arm over the head, hand continues to slide. Hold deep breath. Bring it back just for a moment through your two. As you rest the forearm On that thigh, nice and light, extending the left arm to the ceiling. Take the hand, if it's available to you, to the tall end of the block. Rest the hand on the block and press your knee into that arm. Helps with the alignment here, knee and toe. Top arm extends up. Top arm extends overhead. Extended side. Bring the arm back up towards the ceiling. Bring the hand to a half bind or to your waist, your choice. Moving into triangle pose here, straighten that front leg. Keep the hips in, spine long. Gaze can be down, gaze can be out to the side. Lifting the back arm, stacking through the shoulders. And then bringing that top hand back either to the waist or a bind. We're going to begin to shift the weight into that front leg, taking that block, if you're using it, to the far corner of your mat. Step the back foot in, keep the hips facing out as you shift weight, and you lift the back leg. If you press through that heel, a little bit easier to balance. Core is engaged. Good. Look down at that foot, make sure it hasn't sickled in. So here, maybe you reach back for that ankle, pressing the ankle in to the hand. Just an option to test balance. And if you're using the chair this morning, as you shift the weight into the front foot, the hand finds the chair or the couch. Press in, it just brings the floor up a little closer to you. And if I was closer to my back chair, let me do that. Again, just options to play with when you do your homework. Half moon, supported by a chair in front, dropping that foot down to rest so that you can concentrate on alignment here. Hips in, chest open, maybe the arm reaches. One more breath wherever you're playing. And then we'll gently bring the back foot down as we rebend the front knee, finding your warrior two. Hands come to the hips, pivot the feet around. This time, heels in, feet out. Sink the hips as you bend the knees, finding any squat position. I'm going high squat here, shifting weight one side to the other, a nice straight spine. And then placing the hands under your shoulders in front of you, begin to come onto one knee and the other to your tabletop position, floating a cat and a cow, really working through the entire length of the spine. Again, keeping the knees right where they are. Last time, walk the hands forward, let the chest drop down, let the head drop down. Really press through the heels of the hands away from you to get all that space under the arms. Full deep breath here. Exhale, see what you can release and let go of. And then begin to walk the hands back towards your knees. Big toe mounds together. Since we're this side of the mat, you can let your knees go wide since they're on the mat and supported. Taking one hand flat, the other palm resting on top. Just lower the forehead to rest on the hands. Make sure your elbows are nice and even. As you drop down, head to the hands. Maybe you feel one last opening, not only in the hips, but the spine and the tissue under the arms. Take 3 full rounds of breath, releasing everything you need to release. There should be no effort here at all, just your breath. And this is where I'll leave you this morning. May we step off our mats with a body that's calm, a mind that's clear, and a heart that's open. Namaste, my friends.